we somehow find a way to go and draw to an airport. We've drawn to an airport. How? Man are shooting over the bar, is clapping the sign, and is bouncing back onto the pitch. We've gone to Hackney Marshes and we've drawn. Big Liverpool. Before we get into the video, make sure you guys stop what you're doing right now and smash the like button. Let's aim for 100 likes minimum for the video coming up, and we are about 30 to 40 subs away from 7,000. So again, if you're new to the channel, subscribe. As you can see, I ain't happy, so yeah, man. Anyways, Luton Town won, Liverpool won. Let's get into it. Yo. I'm not even in, you know what? I'm not even in meltdown mode. But 9 times out of 10, we win that game 3-4-0. It weren't even about the defence and it weren't even about the midfield. But we're still going to get into individual performances. Don't you lot worry, innit? But certain man stunk. Stunk out the gaff. We are Liverpool Football Club and we've beaten Newcastle away. We've put up brilliant performances throughout the season. We've barely lost. The only game we've lost this season is through robbery. And we somehow find a way to go and draw to an airport. We've drawn to an airport. How? Man are shooting over the bar, is clapping the sign, and is bouncing back onto the pitch. We've gone to Hackney Marshes and we've drawn. Big Liverpool. Yo, oh my days. Darwin Núñez, brother. I was hearing words like elite. I'm hearing words amazing, phenomenal. No. Until I see it for a longer period of time, it is form. Yes, Núñez has had a good season. He's having a good season. His GA is, he's getting the GA on average per 61 minutes or whatever the fuck the stupid stat is. But at the end of the day, when the ball's in front of the goal, he's still missing open goals. Like, the catalogue of misses this man has is crazy. And it's going to get to a point, and there's going to be games where it costs us points. There are going to be teams like Luton Town who are going to sit back. They are going to sit back, and there's going to be no space in behind. And those are the games where you might just get the one chance. And if it's in front of goal, you have to score. That's the bottom line. I'm not going to talk about Darwin Núñez this season because he's been good this season. But there is serious blood on his hands for that miss. It was harder to miss, let alone clear the whole crossbar. Salah, and don't get me, Mo Salah, Mohamed Salah, my brother, you are at fault as well. How about this? He did go for goal. He tried to header it towards goal, ended up headering it across, and then Núñez obviously has the effort that goes over the bar. They're both as bad as each other at this point. Núñez has to score. That is worse. There isn't even a goalkeeper in the net. But Salah, Trent, perfect cross. Salah just has to knock it down into the ground. It will probably bounce over the keeper. Just hit the target. For his stands, it's terrible as well. He was a ghost. Somebody let me know where Mo Salah was against Luton Town. Let me know where he was. Where was Szoboszlai? Where was he? Diogo Jota? This whole idea of playing him on the left, is it still at the club? What are we doing here? Jota on the left does not work. Stop it. We need to stop this. You either play Núñez, Jota, or Gakpo. We technically only have one capable left winger. This Jota on the left thing doesn't work. Stop it. I don't want to see it. McAllister. I don't think he was horrible, but I can only really think of 2, 3, 4 performances where I'm thinking, oh, you know what? He done well in the 6th today. He was fine. This is such a frustrating draw. Tottenham and Chelsea play each other this evening. Arsenal have lost. Arsenal Football Club have lost to Newcastle. When do Arsenal ever drop points? This current Arsenal team, they don't drop points. They just don't. And another thing. Why did Joe Gomez start at left back? No, it wasn't an all-timer. It wasn't a Hall of Shame performance, but there was no width. If a team is compact, width. You need width. Swinging crosses. Just cross and pray. Trent and inshallah. That's what they used to call us. That's what. Sometimes you have to resort to that, because where did the Luis Diaz goal come from? A cross. Where did the Harvey Elliott effort into Gakpo? Where did that come from? A cross. Where did the Mo Salah effort come from, leading to Nunez's miss? A cross. Cross the ball. All this tiki taka little. If you're gonna do that, put Jota in the middle. That's not Nunez's game. It's not his game. Put Gakpo there. Put Jota there. And if you want to do that in the middle, but it wasn't working anyway. It's just fucking hell, man. Fucking hell. So many man dropped points this week, and not even so many man. Arsenal dropped points this week, and this was the chance to go and put ourselves in. And I know it's not. Listen, it's not panic stations, innit? Like, we're 3 points off the top. Obviously, Tottenham have a game to play. They still have to go and beat Chelsea, but this was an opportunity lost today. How many other of the top 6 are going to go and drop points at Luton Town away? Who else is going to the airport and dropping points? I don't think any of them are. Arsenal aren't, Tottenham aren't, and City aren't. Sorry. I don't even think United are, if I'm honest. If we're going to compete, we do have to brush up on performances like this. I'm not so much annoyed at the team performance, and it's not like, oh my days, the world's ending, but it's just so frustrating at times. I just think Tsimikas should have started. I think we just need to be more clinical. We have so much attacking power in Jota, Nunez, Diaz, Salah, and Gakpo. We have so much attacking firepower, but there are going to be days where we don't have a great day in front of goal. So, the sitters, we might miss a few sitters here and there, but it can't be the same type of sitters that we're missing from some of the same players. And again, Nunez has been brilliant this season. So that's why the standard, you have to score that. You have to score some of these chances. It's just too erratic sometimes. Whenever he has to think, it's like, it's a miss. And then when he plays on instinct, he'll smash it top corner from 25 yards. He's the most confusing footballer ever. But again, blood on his hands. I'm sorry, he has to score that. Mo Salah was horrible. One thing I want to say is that big up Luis Diaz. He saves Liverpool a point. We all know what's going on with Luis Diaz. And for me, for him to still play the match, go and get a goal, save Liverpool a point, with everything that's going on, again, it's bigger than football, and it's just the mentality's on a million. I can't imagine what he's going through, and the way he's dealing with it in the public anyway, in the public eye, has just been exceptional. And he has been getting a lot of flack off the Liverpool supporters before this happened in terms of some of his performances. But today he saved us, man. And hopefully, again, they can rescue his pops as soon as possible. And of course, we can kind of move on and get him back playing on the left wing as soon as possible. Ryan Gravenberch. Again, for me, the best centre midfielder today. Yesterday, it was the right type of touches. He was driving into the midfield. Everything was very safe today. It was very safe. But Ryan Gravenberch, for me, was the one who took the risk. I think Szoboszlai for once actually should have taken the risk and tried to drive at players. But a lot of the time in build-up play, sometimes the ball was played behind the attacker. Sometimes it did slow down the move and they got men back behind the ball. And once again, we're swinging it left and right without really penetrating as often enough as we should do. Trent Alexander-Arnold wasn't a good defensive performance today, man. He was... The Luton left winger was giving him a lot of issues down that right-hand side. And for me, I don't know, man. For me, maybe bring Matip in there and drop our line a little bit deeper. Konate wasn't even that bad today, I don't think. But, I feel like Trent has had the better partnership with Matip this season, even though when Trent plays, it probably should be Konate. But yeah, Trent wasn't good defensively today. I think that's probably his worst this season. And he's been so good leading up till today. So he was due one of those. Hopefully he could just turn that around next week and we get back to business against Brentford at home. Virgil van Dijk was colossal as usual. Again, he's not back to that 18-19, but 2021, 2022, where we tried to go for the quad. I generally think that Virgil van Dijk he's getting very close to that. Pretty much almost flawless again in his performance. But yeah, Harvey Elliott as well. Harvey Elliott, every time he's come off the bench, he's made something happen. I'm so proud of him because for me, he's someone who I did prefer to Fabio Carvalho because I feel like he was a bit more adept and a bit more used to that Premier League style of football, whereas I feel like Fabio was a bit more lightweight and I think needed to maybe bulk up a little bit, even though technically he's probably better than Harvey. But yeah, man, Harvey puts the cross in. As soon as he came on, he looked dangerous. He was taking it to the byline, trying to get crosses in, creates the chance for Gakpo where he also should be scoring as well. So, man, I have to big up Harvey on his performance. But 1-1 is not good enough and we need to go and make that right versus Brentford away. But we'll get to the player ratings and we'll run through those quite quickly. Of course, Ali, we're going to start with Ali. I think he was all right. He made the saves when he needed to, and obviously the chance was kind of a clear cut. So I'm going to give Ali a 7.5 out of 10. Virgil van Dijk is going to get a 8.5 out of 10 for me. He was brilliant all game, especially with some of his passing range. Konate for me, a little bit erratic at times, but he'll get a 7.5 for me. Wasn't a bad performance, wasn't amazing. He was fine. Trent, passing range was unbelievable, but defensively really struggled. Trent's going to get a 4 for me. Joe Gomez at left back didn't really offer anything going forward. His first instinct was just to cut back and start again, never to go down to the byline and try and make something happen, which is what we needed to do in a game like this. So Joe Gomez is going to get a 6 out of 10 for me. McAllister looked good with his progressive passes at times, but for me, again, sometimes just giving the ball away too carelessly at times. He's going to get a 5 out of 10 for me. Szoboszlai, 3 out of 10. Just wasn't very good. Just what I think his worst game for Liverpool so far. Hopefully, again, he can rectify that next week. I'm going to go for a 7. Gravenberch's going to get a 7 for me. Gravenberch's going to get a 7.5, actually, because I think he was really good in the way he was driving, gives the chance to Jota. He was very positive, and I feel like he shouldn't have been taken off, in my opinion. Mo Salah, 2 out of 10. Didn't offer anything. Should have scored. Didn't offer anything for me. Poor. Darwin Núñez started the game lively, was really making some good runs. So he started the game well, and then for me, all those shots not to really get a goal, what does it really account for? So Núñez is going to get, I'd say he would have got a 6.5, maybe 7 because of that miss. For me, gets a 4 out of 10. Jota on the left, again, doesn't really offer anything in terms of danger. It just wasn't great. He was okay in terms of his driving with the ball in our own half and progressing the play, but the passing just wasn't really there. I'm going to give Jota a 6 out of 10. It wasn't horrible, but him on the left just isn't, I'm just not a fan of it. Harvey, for me, gets an 8 off the bench. Brilliant for me. Gets the assist for the goal. And Diaz, obviously, for everything that's going on for me, has to get an 8 as well. Done really well when he came off the bench. Tsimikas, for me, he was okay when he came on. He offered us some width, but again, last minute, he has to put the ball in the box. Plays it backwards, ref blows the final whistle. I just can't. With that, that's just dead, innit? I'll be so, yeah, he gets a 6. Jurgen Klopp as well. Jurgen, for me, for his substitutions and his lineups, for me, he gets a 6. I feel like Tsimikas should have started and Gravenberch should have been taken off. So it is what it is. Listen, Liverpool 1, Luton 1. Make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel. Make sure you guys like this video. Fucking hell, man. Luton Town, you know. Let's just go get this win against Toulouse midweek and we'll talk, man. Take care, people. It's been another episode of Big Sixpence. We'll see you in the next one.